Hello, I'm going to spend the next couple of minutes going over the instructions for the files that were sent to you via Egnyte. So at a minimum, you should see 4 files in your folder, and the maximum amount could vary. It is possible to have as many as 6 and maybe even more files than that. Regardless of the amount, you'll want to be sure to download and save each file to your computer. The easiest way to do that is checking the box here and then clicking on the download selected link on the right side of the page. Now I want to go over each file that is in your folder, and again you'll see at least 4 files, and those 4 files would be the client file, K1 file, Form 2553, and the signature documents. The client file contains the federal returns, supporting statements and schedules, and if applicable, any state returns. You'll want to use this file for your own review. If you encounter any inaccuracies, please notify us so we can make the correction. Do not sign and send the signature documents back to us if a return is not accurate. We will need to update the return based on the changes that you've sent us, and then we'll send you the new files. And we recommend that you keep a copy of this file for your records. The next file is the K1. The K1 reports the shareholder's share of the business profits or losses, and please distribute the K1 to each shareholder as it will be needed to complete his or her individual tax return. And here is an example of federal Form K1. Separate state K1s may also be included in your file. Next is Form 2553. So what Form 2553 is it makes the S election on your entity. This form is required to be filed with your return, so you'll need to print this form out as signatures are required. Here are the first 2 pages of the Form 2553. So any officer of the corporation needs to sign and date the bottom of page 1, and then on the second page, each shareholder needs to sign and date next to his or her name. A copy of your signed Form 2553 will need to be sent back to us along with your signature documents. So the signature documents are the tax forms you'll need to print, sign, and send back to us. When signed, the documents give us the authority to e-file your returns to the taxing authorities. So depending on your state, you may have either 1 or 2 forms to sign. And on this slide are a couple of examples of signature documents. On the left is Form 8879-S, and this is the federal form, and this will always be included in your file. The form on the right is the e-file form for the state of California, and I'm just using it as an example for illustration purposes in this video. So your state form will be included in your file if you are required to sign one. The state form will look very similar to the federal form, and then for the federal form, you will need to sign your name on the officer signature line, and an officer will also be asked to sign the state form. Once signed, send the form or the forms back to us so we can e-file your business return. The 2 most common extra forms are vouchers, and this includes federal and state tax payment vouchers as well as estimated tax vouchers. The first is the tax voucher from the return. So here's an example of a voucher. Although this is for the state of California, other vouchers, including federal and other state vouchers, will look very similar to this one. The top portion gives instructions as to how payment should be made and when payment is due. For mailing payments, be sure to detach here and mail the voucher along with payment. The next voucher is an estimated tax payment voucher. These are payments that are made for the current tax year, and I just want to emphasize that these are not installment payments for your current tax bill. So these are actually going to be payments that prepayments that will be applied towards your next year's tax return. So there can be up to 4 vouchers, so pay close attention to each due date. The instructions for filing are listed here, and the due date is listed here. Again, for mailing payments, be sure to detach here and mail the voucher along with payment. If there are other forms that are part of your file that are not included in this video, those instructions will be located in the body of the email. These forms can possibly include annual reports and local returns. So be sure to send us a copy of your signed signature documents and Form 2553. You can send them via upload, email, or fax. And if you do choose to upload these documents to us, the same link that you see here on this slide will also be located in the instruction email. All you'll need to do is click on that link within the email and it will take you to the website where you can upload those documents. So if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact us. Thank you.